Hey guys, I wanted to post a quick video on changing the bezel insert on the Marathon TSAR watch, which is what you see on the screen right there. This one is a 2008 manufacture date. I bought it many years ago, wore it for a while, didn't wear it for a while, and then started wearing it again. The original bezel insert, which is this one right here, which I believe is aluminum, kind of started showing some wear, and then after a while you can kind of see the 12 o'clock marker paint just fell off. And so then I had some red, just latex paint sitting in the garage, so I just masked it off and just painted it, so at least there's something on there. And it kind of matched, the red matched the second hand, kind of the head of the second hand, so at least it looked okay. Then I decided I'm gonna replace the bezel altogether. So I went on the internet and I found this thing on there. This is a ceramic version. I'm sure there are other ones as well. This is the one I found. And it comes with adhesive in the back. So I ordered it. It shipped from overseas, and it came by DHL Express. It took a few days to get here. And it matches, or it fits this watch particularly. So in order to put that on, I had to take off the old bezel. And this is kind of what I wanted to tell you what I did, because I looked on the internet and there are a whole bunch of videos on how to remove the bezel insert. None of them specifically for the TSAR, but gave me some good ideas. And so I decided I'm going to post one just in case you're specifically doing a TSAR watch bezel insert removal. Maybe this will help you out. So the advice was to soak the original bezel in some sort of solvent. And one of the videos that I saw, or a couple of them, suggested using golf grip solvent. And I play golf, so I happen to have some in the garage, so that worked out well. So basically what I did, I just took a glass like this and I put in about, I want to say, just like 1/8 of an inch of the solvent, and just left the watch in there, just like that. And I had it in there. The recommendation was to have it in for about a day, 24 hours. After 24 hours, I kind of played around with it. It still seemed like it wasn't quite coming off, so I left it there for another day, then tried it again. And it seemed like it was maybe a little bit easier, but still, it wasn't budging much at all. And so I have a bunch of these small tools like this, just a little plastic wedge that you can put in there. When this original one was in there, and it wouldn't budge. And so finally, what I did is I just used the blade, and I just kind of basically just put it, wedged it right in that little gap, as much as I could get it in, which wasn't much at all, and just kind of pressed it into the aluminum bezel, the original bezel, until it kind of gripped. It had a bit of a grip on it on the side. It might even be maybe a mark on there somewhere where I got it, kind of dug it in a little bit. Maybe that one. See that little scratch? Maybe that's what it was. So once I got in there, then I was able to actually have a grip on it. Then I started pulling it out, but very gently, but firmly. And it wasn't budging. So I tried it a few times. So finally I decided I'm just gonna put pressure on it and just keep a consistent pressure for a while. And that actually is the one that worked. So I kind of just got it in there so it wasn't slipping out. And I just started pulling it up very firmly, like the tip of the blade was slightly bending, but I just want to make sure I don't break it or damage the watch. So I just kept it on, and I want to say, I think I had that pressure on there for a good maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just consistently. And then I started to feel that it was starting to raise up. So as I was holding it, I kind of tipped the watch over and kind of looked, and I could see that it had actually raised just very little. So I knew it was working. So I just kept that up, and then as it started to lift, I started to put a little more pressure on it, and then it finally came off. And then once it came off, and of course I did that before I decided to make the video, but once it came off, there was a kind of a ring with glue. It was like the prior tape, which would be like somewhere here. There was a tape there, but it started to come off as well. I think because the solvent had already basically kind of loosened it up. So I lifted it up, but there was a whole bunch of glue in there. So then I used acetone and one of these cotton swabs, and just went through, cleaned all the glue out, and then I used just some isopropyl alcohol with a swab to kind of then clean around to make sure that everything is just clean and dry. And then I wanted to tell you one thing I noticed after I took off the bezel insert is that this edge right here that you see right there, right, this edge, there was, I saw a few minor scratches on there, just enough that you could feel it if you run maybe your fingernail on it. And I don't think it was all caused by me removing the bezel. One or two of them may have been, but some of them is just, I think, just over time with use. So I decided I was gonna do something about that before I put the new bezel on. So I did a little bit of research, ordered this, there's this kit that I ordered. It's like a, let's see. It's like it's a stack of these sandpapers, basically. I ordered from Amazon. It was a stack of them. They come from, like I said, it's a coarse grit all the way to 10,000 grit, and they're advertised for more like fine work. So I ordered that, and then the recommendation was to start around 800 to 1,000 grit, and then work it up from there if you need to. So I just took the 1,000. I just took a small piece right there, and just wetted it with a little bit of soap, and I just went around and just basically polished that. Took me just a few minutes, and I can tell you everything, all the scratches are gone. So when I run my fingernails is completely smooth on that edge. And I didn't even need to go to any other grit. The feels pretty much like the original. If you go to a higher grit, you can get a little finer shine, but didn't seem like it was needed. And then went around again, cleaned everything with alcohol. So it's all basically ready for the new insert to be put in. And then what I did is I made sure that the bezel is lined up. You can see this little indentations that it has. The way it was originally is that one of these indentations right there was centered with the 12 o'clock marker right there. So I've got it lined up exactly that way. So when I put the new insert in, then it should look just like the original, lined up the same way, as long as I don't screw it up and misalign it, which I will try not to do. And then, as I showed you before, the new insert has this little backing there, glue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna warm up the back and the watch itself, the surface, just slightly. I'm gonna use like a hair dryer or something because it'll adhere better. And then just kind of press it in, align it, and then hopefully that will be it. So I'm gonna pause the video, do that, because that will just take a little while, and I don't want to waste your time looking at just me doing that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm back. So I've got it on there, as you can see, the new one. Actually looks pretty good. And I'll tell you that the idea of heating up I heated up both the watch and the back of the ring was very good, because once you put it on, if it's slightly off because it was hot, I was able to actually slightly wiggle it around to get it to set just right, which is what you see there. And so that would actually worked out very well. And then I noticed after about a minute or so, it wasn't moving anymore, which means it was setting in, which is obviously what I wanted. So all around, pretty good upgrade. I'm very happy with it. This new replacement insert is also luminous, so it lights up in green. You can find it anywhere on the web. I mean, you could just type in Marathon TSAR bezel inserts. There's a bunch of them. I forgot the name of this company. I think I don't know, it's somewhere in, I don't know if it's China or someplace else. It's in the Asia somewhere where they shipped it to me. But the quality, I felt the quality is very good. It's ceramic. So I can tell you just by looking, feeling it and putting it in, it's very solid quality. So if you want to do that, that would be a good good option for you right there. So that's pretty much it. So you know, if you have any questions, send me a comment. I will try to answer it. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and hopefully this helps.